I'm Jessica. Welcome to Up North Agent. I am a licensed realtor in Minnesota and Wisconsin. I'm an investor and an Up North enthusiast. If you are at all like me, or I was about a year and a half ago, you may be considering leaving the suburbs or the urban parts of your state and considering moving out of town, moving to the country, moving up north, moving to rural Wisconsin in my case. And there's a lot of things to think about and factor. And I'm going to do a series of videos on the difference between living in the suburbs, where I was born and raised and lived the majority of my life, and then taking my family and my middle schoolers to rural Wisconsin. One of the big factors, of course, is the schools, and that's what we're going to talk about today. The schools in the suburbs or in urban territories are vast, and there are a lot of options. That's a plus side. As a parent, you can choose between charter schools, private schools, religious-based schools. You can opt into different schools within your district if there is, say, an elementary school that you prefer over another. You can look at the ratings and the scores of all of those schools and make really smart decisions about what you'd like to do with your children. When you move to the country or a rural area, that's not going to be the case. The options are going to be very limited. In some cases, there isn't going to be an option. There's most likely one elementary school. There isn't a Montessori school. There's mostly one middle school. There isn't a charter school as an option. And that's a pretty big decision. However, for our family, it was one of the best decisions that we have made. Pandemic aside, what comes as a benefit to our family in a rural school system is the connection of the community. Just if you take sports as an example, sports are very inclusive, and they need to be. You find that soccer teams are made of maybe multiple grades, but definitely both genders. You will find that your varsity coaches are inviting your middle schoolers to practice with them, to scrimmage with them, getting them included early on, sort of as a recruiting tool, but also to bring the children together. Sporting events, the entire town goes to sporting events. It doesn't matter if it's a JV volleyball game or if it is the big football game on a Friday night. The entire town rallies around the sports. I once was wearing a sweatshirt that said Cumberland, Wisconsin on it, and I was out shopping and someone walked up to me and said, "Man, you guys are really having a great football season." I was brand new to the town. I didn't know anything about the football season, but the fact that a stranger walked up to me who was well past having children in school years, I knew that I very quickly needed to figure out what was going on with all things sports. But that is one of the huge benefits of the school. Also, everybody knows everybody. Could be a downside, but most likely it's positive. Everyone knows your children at a very unique, individualized level. And that is the case, I would say, throughout the district. We have found since the second week that we were here, people knew who our family was. They knew who our kids were. And the teachers really network and integrate to support our family. It's been much more specialized than what we found in the suburbs. The tight-knit community, the engagement again, and getting kids connected into extracurricular events, just the level of passion for the community and the pride that goes along with that has all been really positive attributes to our move. So as a mom and as a previous educator, I highly recommend the smaller town setting in rural schools. I'd love to hear your opinion. Let me know what you think, the difference between maybe the plus and minuses, positive, negatives, of being in a small town versus a large community in the comments below. And if you'd like to talk more about purchasing a property, maybe a vacation property, an investment property, a cabin, or potentially a home, look me up. You can find me in the show notes. In the meantime, I would really love it if you would like and subscribe to my channel, and we'll talk to you next time.